Hey guys, this is my first tutorial or cosplay update that I'll be working on. This one's going to be for my TASM1 suit, and if you've seen my intro video, you'll notice I'm wearing the same shirt as that video because these were filmed on the same day. So, obviously the same shirt. This video I'll be talking about my lenses that I'll be working on. The lenses, the suit that I'm getting doesn't have any lenses in it, not even mesh, it's just the spandex. You would have to cut holes in the eyes for the lenses, so I had to come up with lenses on my own, and that leaves me with two choices since I'm doing a TASM1 suit. I can do a more reflective lens, like he has in some scenes, because obviously he uses sunglasses in his suit. But then there's also some scenes where he has more of a mesh, or looks more like a wire. Like, I've seen people use like speaker mesh or something like that for the eyes theirs. But it just depends on personal preference. I went with the more reflective lenses, and so really the best option you have for that, because you can't really make your own like reflective lenses unless you use like a window, like a car window tint, or a I don't know, that's really probably the best bet, but that's also kind of hard. So what I'm going to be using for mine is the Amazing Spider-Man 1 sunglasses. You can get these on Amazon for like 12-13 bucks, I think. And so I ordered these, and as you can see, they're still sunglasses currently. They look kind of crappy as sunglasses, but they're really reflective, and I don't think you can see my eyes at all, which is good because that's kind of the point. But yeah, they're really easy to see out of. A little bit darker because obviously they're sunglasses, but not unbearably. That's the point of where you can't see anything out of them, which, in my opinion, if you have mesh, it's actually more uncomfortable because it rubs up against your eyes and stuff like that. This will be, it's curved in like the exact shapes of like my head, so it'll feel better also. So what you're gonna do with these when you get these, they're going to come just like this. And so obviously you're gonna want just the rims and lenses. So you're gonna want to take a super small screwdriver, and as you can see right here, maybe there's like a screw, and so you're gonna want to unscrew this part right here, so that this part will just come off on both sides. That's probably the easiest part, actually. And then what you're gonna want to do is take Sharpie or a marker, and you're going to want to draw the lines that you're going to have to cut later with like a hacksaw or a Dremel, and you're going to see this part right here. You're going to cut along that line. There's like a groove. Once you get them, you'll be able to feel the groove in it, and you'll just want to draw along that, leaving enough of the rims so that like you don't cut any of the rim part or anything like that. You can also see on the rims where the black line ends. That's about how far out you have to cut. So yeah, cut that, draw a line there, and then you'll want to cut that with a hacksaw or Dremel or even a hand saw, depending on what your skill level is. I'll be cutting these later today, which I will probably make an update on that. Once they're done, I probably won't make a video of cutting them because it would just be really confusing and hard to see, since I have to be holding them and then cutting them. And then what you're going to want to do is this little nose piece that's black, all of the black part has to be cut. And see how it like comes down like that? That you'll want to leave all the red and just cut the black. And you can even, it doesn't matter what in order what you cut them in. You can cut them you can cut the nose piece out so that then this part's easier to cut. It doesn't matter either way. And then these little nibs that go on your nose, like once you put the sunglasses on, to make them a little more comfortable, even though they're really not. Those, you can draw a line of what you'll need to cut, and you'll need to cut those so that everything just flows nicely, and that when you glue it, nothing's like bulging. It doesn't make it look bulgy or anything. You'll have to cut these two off also, which may be the hardest part of them. But I'll make a video when it's done so that you guys can see kind of how it should look. Because also you'll see down here these little black things, the nibs stick out, so stick down a little, and you'll have to cut that black part off also. So then what you're going to want to do is then you're going to want to use an acrylic paint to paint around the red part, unless you don't want to. Like this suit that I have right now, which is not the suit that I will be modding. I don't know where the mask is, but the red matches up with it almost perfectly, actually. So you don't have to paint them. If you really don't want to, you don't have to. I would recommend painting them to make them look more screen accurate. But if you are going to paint them, you're going to want to use a acrylic paint. You can either go with super dark blue or black. It really does not matter. I went with black because it was the darkest, like they didn't have a dark enough blue at the craft store. I'm using Craft Smart Gloss acrylic paint, and you can find it at like Michael's, I don't know if Walmart has it. Any craft store will have that paint, and so that's the paint that I would recommend using, because the gloss will give it a shinier finish like this so that it's more reflective. Just like the lenses are reflective. So I'll be doing another video as soon as I get these cut, but I just wanted to give you guys like the update of what they look like before you're going to cut them. So stay tuned for that. Another video should be up as soon as I get them cut or whatever. Whenever I get around to it, I'll be putting another video up, so stay tuned, guys.